They will greet the team before the kickoff.
Thank you so much, sir. We wish both the teams all the very best. Karnataka versus Chandigarh. We will have this match live on the KSFA YouTube channel as well as the Sports KPI.
Huh?
Call me. Call me.
signing up for this great match. And just with that hit, two teams just looking for that start. And just with that time, we have Karnataka in maroon yellow, and the other side we have blue, the Chandigarh boys, led by two great captains, youngsters. We have Gardner with jersey number 4, and we have the captain from the Samarudha, Kalburji from the bank. And as the whistle goes up, and that's the start of the play, and just the start of the play, waiting for that one up, looks to set that one up back, and that's a great way to start up, checking for that one up. As the timer ticks off, waits for none. That's a kind of an idea they're looking to hunch back on. Good way to whistle and that's a great way to start off. What a great Bengaluru shining back on this occasion with this wonderful goal. And look at that celebration coming up. Who would have thought the pressure would just slightly goes up, and that's an ideal way to just give the start with that kind of a way, as wonderful way to watch it up going as the goal coming up back with that hint. No answer, no clue to that point. And Bangalore opening their first in the very first minute, and that's where the pressure starts between these young boys, and that's where it started up throwing into that segment. Jersey number 10, 11, showing that great skill, looking to enter inside that way, cross pass, and then that clearance. And what a great way to start off this one. Jersey number 11 with that wonderful kicking style, and no answer to the Garner, the goalkeeper from the side of Chandigarh, Shami Kumar, the man. Namandeep Singh as well, a good player. Parth Khanna as well, jersey number 10 from the side, but still cannot do the what they can do. And that's where they were just waiting for that hint with that cross. Corner coming in the very third minute, and that's where the time ticking off. And that will be an interesting way to watch. Look at the crowd with that header and just goes it away. Early breakthrough would have been a great one with the second one on the board, but that's where it all mentioned, all it happens is a great try from Bangalore side, doing tremendously good. And that's we have in the tournament, Juniors Boys National Football Tournament. And that's for BC Roy Trophy 2026 and 27 second match at this wonderful ground at this Bangalore. and that's where it counts there, and that's where it happens with that team flowing up. And I just, for all the viewers watching up, just have a look at the list for the Bangalore side. First of all, we have the Karnataka side in maroon yellow dress. Shian Arman, the goalkeeper. Omar Soif, Samruddha Kalburg, Gaurav S., Krua Sankua, Sarthak Bhattarai, Vay Janvirin, Roshan Bhunia, Pranav, Dhruv Shyam, and Sukham Nelson Singh. That's all we have in the playing 11 for the Karnataka side. As the game moves on, just with that cross kick, looking for that second one, still they've got the chance. Cross coming in and straight into the hands of Shami Kumar, this time making no mistake. A bit of improvisation, a big error there. In the end, lost it the ball. Could that be a chance and clearance? And that's what it happens. In that quick time, we have the substitute side as well. Mano Janvirin, Rishan Chaudhary, Arif Sarin, Nikhil Srinivas, Sakleen Mullah, Yudur Singh, Arnav Bangwaldas, Padman Bagorda. The goalkeeper as a substitute, we have R. Runish Kumar, Pranay Saha, the referee, the assistant referee, we have Mirnoy Mondal, Ajinkya Prakash Gaur, the assistant referee, the fourth official, we have Arun Hansda, and match commissioner Ravi Shankar Jairam, and referee assistant, we have Piyush Biswas, along with Sugaram S. Mani, the coach from the side. And that's what it happens. It just take that side from both sides, looking for something that coming back for that one up. As the Chandigarh team slightly losing that with him in the very first 6 minutes, as what they wanted to show it up. That's all about the way. For the Karnataka side, boys in blue, we have their team led by Captain Karnav. Jersey number 4 he's wearing. Shami Kumar, Namandeep Singh, Divyuk Sandhu, Parth Khanna, Jayvin Arora, Jayvish Rawat, Arav Sood, Dhruv Shah, and Ankit Rahi. And that's we have the substitute Ashmit, Pratish Gupta, Ayan Sharma as well, jersey number 8 and 9, 13 Ekajit Singh, Yuvraj Bhardwaj, Hiral Chima, Fatveer Singh. We have the coach Ankur Khanna and Sandeep Sandhu, the head coach, team manager, and Vishal Kumar Ravindra and Sungaram Mani from the Karnataka side. And that's a bit of a hint for injury. Just we see that whistle going up. Referee just checking that one up, as it's clearly okay. Jersey number 16, and that's a clash of jersey number 10 from the side. Jersey number 16, we have Pranav A, and that was Parth Khanna, jersey number 10. 11, we have Javin Arora from the side. Devesh Rawat, jersey number 12 from the side. And that's what the captain looking to impress, and that's where they just wanted to go ahead in that same way, the way they are playing that one. Sukham Nelson Singh, and we have Roshan Bhunia, all the best forward players from the Karnataka side, always been in the limelight, and the way leading that team up. And that's where it's a great strategy to watch him up and look that way. Great speed, speeding that one up in the end, just looking to get it back with that time and just going that through that corners. Well tried. That's a great try. And usually that's a point where they wanted to check it up, where they're going right or wrong. especially with that header, and has they clinched that second one? Yes, they did it. In fact, the lead now converts from 1 to 2, and that is a tremendous way to wash it up as a great lead turning up for that side. This is a tremendous way to watch it up, how it goes. Looks to just set it back inside that way. And what a great way to watch it up. Through the time it goes, through the time it follows. And then in the end, that is a fabulous way to get that two board leads in that 10 minute of the site. And that's you seen the replay part, cross coming in, and that header, jersey number 11 there, I think so, and that's the Roshan, and then inside that nets, and that's true to that point. And again, that's true that point straight into his hands. And that what it looks, what it seems out to be, that with that perfection, the timing was correct. And we have Junior Boys National Football Championship. And what a way to lead this tournament up. Dr. BC Roy Trophy 2026-27, the edition. Tier 1 group. Again, looking to seize that one, but a brilliant save this time by Shami Kumar. Making no mistake in the end, keeping his eye on the ball and the footwork. And that's where it makes a big difference. But still, they've got an opportunity in the form of corner coming up, and that would be a strong point coming in for Karnataka side. They would not look to lose this opportunity at any point, any cost. Just wanted to go ahead with that opportunity point. And again, moment of brilliance gets it through, a famous one, and then I added one more. And look how easily it becomes. Are we watching a great match? Just see in that corner, just with that cross, jersey number 9, and there we see that header and the goal. Sarthak Bhattarai, the man, the hero for this goal, jersey number 9, plucking that one up. Who would have thought in the 13 minutes the team have split to a wonderful goal for a great moment? And you look at that confidence filled with the team, how easily they are just handling that defense, and no answer to that defense line of the Chandigarh, almost toyed, almost bamboozled with the efforts, almost just that's a brilliant way. A good passes, short passes, and that's where the pressure being built, and that's we see the collusion, but a good work done in the end to get that ball up. And almost that's a situation where we have look at that point, we have considered that situation into that point, that this is going to be a great one. And that's a point where things look equally great and brilliant. Moment of brilliance set aside. Again, a brilliant save, but gets it through his hand. No answer to Shami Kumar, and the fourth one goes through. It's jersey number 21, Su Nelson, Suka Nelson, the one who scores that goal with that cross into that corner hint of the nets and through his hands through that net. And that's a great way to open the fourth one. How many more goals? Look at that one. Quickly tries to kicks it away, try to just bend down in body and put his hand and just gets through that 1 point to his hand. And that's purely dominance of the Karnataka side over Chandigarh. It seems out to be a one-sided game. Chandigarh completely lost it with that strategy, and I'm sure the coach will not be happy with what they are coming back with at the stadium, KFC Stadium. And we see the goalkeeping from the Sham Arman has nothing to do with the game today. He's almost just watching this game, standing from his goal post and just enjoying that moment. And for a while, he'll be thinking that just give me some work as well. And that's a great way. And broadcasting a tournament live from Sports KPI, live streaming, and that's what people enjoying this one up with that brilliant pass. Ball pass you see to jersey number 5, Gaurav, the captain, and then straight into his hands, and good work done in the end. And that's where the time ticks off. Keeping in mind the time that's ticking off quickly, and that's where they wanted to check things up. And that is a pure dominance of a game for a game. And that's jersey number 11 looks to get with that pass. Brilliant one. Again, cross coming in. Header looking to come. And that's clearance coming back. And that's again through that point, through that pass. Looks to show that one up. And that's where they wanted to come back quickly with that point. Would look to come up working with that thing. And that's where the time ticks off. Looks to show up with all those things. Working with that way. And there we see that pressure building up quickly, and you see that great passes and contribution from the Bangalore side. Chance and miss that one. That would be fifth one on the board. I'm not sure how much goal will they concede the Chandigarh side. It looks like a dominating one up from the side, and then in the end just missing that mark up. And that's about that timing. And that's what the Chandigarh side are just working and just thinking what has happened in this last 20 minutes, just about doing four back to back goals. And we all were sure about the kind of team Bangalore team have started this campaign, the Karnataka side, I would say, on this ground. Particularly, we can see that's home ground. From the very first minute, it was a hint that this match is going to be a great one, as the very first goal coming in the very first minute was an intent shown by the team that this is just an opener for the match, yet the great goals are still in the way. And that shows about the teamwork, the team building. And that's true that point, and that's true that one up, and just looks to set that one up back. And that's jersey number 21, Shubham Nelson. And that's where they're just checking that one up straight into his hand. And that's the way it goes through. And that's a matter of time, as with time to time things changes up. And that's where again wanted to come with that strategy, right cross to left and just looking for that small gaps. And that's where they're very successful in getting that goal, and no answer to the defense line, almost completely bamboozled with the kind of great skill shown by the Karnataka side. And that's straight over his head and just goes it away. And that's with time to time things changes up, requires a bit of change into his hands. And that's a bit of straight work, smart work. And that's where it looks to get that back up, looks to just get it through, and that's why wanted to put that pressure again. And that's a bit of collusion coming back between two players, and just looking to showcase that one up. And that's why a reason for the collusion, but thank god that's been good for them. And that's just what with that time, it's about to be 25 minutes, and that's between that time looking for that one and just wanted to advance quickly, not happy with 4 goals, wanted to add more. And that's why they wanted to just find those places which somehow wanted to gain the momentum, get the ball utmost possession. And that's why nowhere they wanted to get the ball to the opponent side, just wanted to play And for a while, you see that good people coming in large numbers to watch and support their team, favorite team especially. And that's why they cheers up and they'll be enjoying this game the way the Karnataka side is free flowing in the one way, just dominating it hardly, giving no chance to the opponent. And the battles between these two teams have been tremendous, but one sided been heavier on the other. With that chance again, look for that charge and destroys it well, but somehow could not get it back, deflected from that one nets, and now this time that would have been through. And yes, it does. Successful attempts, successful counters, and you see the happiness. The counter attack coming back with that pass and straight into the nets. Almost that's a coordination of a great team, almost with these wonderful passes. And this time, Samruddha Kalburg with that goal coming up, jersey number 4. What best are we still left to watch? Now that will be the question because almost they've done the best, they've got the best, they've tried all their best what they can do. They've shown the time well up, and that is a great way of a teamwork that it looks, and that's we see something happening tremendously for that way. And that is why they're just taking that time. And that's what it takes. And what does it makes? Timing ticking off, time ticking off. And that's where they wanted to get it back up with the wonderful game set. Boys in red dominatingly quickly with that hint. And we see that wonderful weather condition, not that rain going up, not that sun over their head, a windy way or a sunny day. It's been quite normal day, clouds over their head, making the temperature really good for them, favorable for them, especially making no difference for the weather point, especially a good one here in the month of October here in Bangalore side. It's been quite favorable for the sport to be played at this venue in Bangalore. Again, with that right to left coordination, so good in that control, almost control that point. And that's just wanted to check that one up. Jersey number 5 with that cross kick. Jersey number 11 looks to seal that one up, looks to see that one up. And that's we see the ball carrying on. And again, that's a good pass. Looks to check that one up. And that's where just looks to set it back up. Again, straight into his hands and just goes it away. And that's almost 30 minutes of the play with that cross coming in with that hint. And that's again just missing that one from that margin. And that's just through to him. And that's where just looking to get it through that point. And the time ticking off in that meanwhile, as just with that time frame, all okay with things just easily dominating in good touch. And that's we just wanted to check that one up. We have a great team lining up that one with that time. And we have the 15-minute session left still for that first half. As opportunity again to boys in blue to dominate well and come back quickly and have a stoppage to the goals coming up and try to invade that position, try to somehow analyze the game plan and check that one up. And that's time ticking off, and that's where they just wanted to check up which are the points or which are the position they'll just line up from center half to center in, and that's the pressure to Namandeep, Divyang Sandhu, Birt Khanna, Jainav Arora, Devesh Rawat. These are the key players from Boys in Blue, and we see that ball going through that line. A good quick pass and good work done by the goalkeeper from the Boys in Blue side. Absolutely handling that position up, checking that one up, and just with that time, looking to set back up. Perfect pass inside that way, as that's what they wanted to check. Want to look ahead, and then it goes through. And you see that energy, immaculate, great. That energy between the teams, almost it's been 35 minutes, but the energy level has not gone down at a single time. It's been weaving up. And that's about the National Football Championship. These are the great tournaments which brings great joy, great talent on a big platform. And tournament like these are one of the best ways to find out young buddings talent between these youngsters. And time to time, these associations have done immensely, where I would say a great appreciation work from the Karnataka side. The associations have done that work in organizing back to back tournaments on this level where they have nurtured young talent, they have provided that platform to young budding talent, giving that kind of an exposure to show a great mark and preparing these youngsters for the upcoming great tournaments, and especially for these youngsters as well have been a great time to be in that, and that usually make a great way, a great preparation for them. And that what it makes. And just with that time, a good save done in the end from the side, just looking to come back quickly with that hint, just looking to set back up, looks to check that one up back up, and that's a massive contribution from the side as they have able to generate another panel corner coming in with all the hopes, pressure highly mounting on boys in blue with that intent, and that's a kind of pressure that's going through their way, and that's the header and just going it away. But still back to back chance again. Window open for the goal. And let's see how do they go. That's a brilliant pass. Again and nowhere. Just going it away. Cross and a brilliant save diving to his left. It was going to be a great movement, but chance for a corner emerges up back. But that would have been a great save by the goalkeeper Shami Kumar, who strongly come back with that hint. And the header clearance finally given to the side. And a big sight of relief for Chandigarh with that flow for that one up. And just with that time ticking off, waiting for that moment, and just the 5 minutes led for the first half, and where we see five goals coming up at a very quick rate. And that's where the boys in red dominating it tremendously. Karnataka side against Chandigarh at this match number second for this tournament. And that's about the jersey number 11 striking quickly with that brilliant quick pass and just goes it through that gap. But a brilliant movement for his good skilling. And that's what he keeps the ball within his legs, within his frame, and then passing it back through that point. That's what it takes it down. Quickly, good movement. Jersey number 5 takes it. God of the captain takes it. Blind jersey number 11. That's a good coordination. 5 and 11. These are the key players with that cross and just crossing that line would have been a great touch of joy. What it does, but in the end, lost that one up. But absolutely, that's been good. They'll be happy with the time ticking off in the end. They're in that winning position at any point, just with that brilliant lead. And one thing very interestingly, we would see the substitute lineup as well from the Chandigarh side, and of course from both sides have that audacity. They have good players, and especially I'm sure they'll have a try at least for the substitute players at this tough situation because they knew the game from Chandigarh side has now gone. Of course, with the kind of gameplay, the strong defense line they have Karnataka side, it's not easy. It's not impossible, I would say, but it's not easier as it thinks to break down that defense line from the second half. If you changes also the substitute side, but at least they can have a try of the substitute players they have. Maybe some good players will be there. Definitely, they'll get a chance. And surely, when they'll come back, Chandigarh side for the other games, they'll surely clearly have an idea of which player is suiting which position or which players have got to be in the playing 11 or they'll have for the substitute or reshuffling the players, and that will be prominent great way to have a look at that point, keeping an idea over that one up, and that's where it looks to check that one up. And surely this is some of the other ways of watching it way, eliminating through that way, and that will be a clear idea for them to let the team in such a way straight into his hand, and that will be a great pair and piece of work they did. Absolutely great to watch it up. And that's the header coming up. Again strikes it hard, but in the end that was a good choice of that one up, but still they've got that through. Last 30 seconds. Again, can they make it through? Yes, the clearance coming back and the timer ticking off as 45 minutes have gone through. Not sure of how much additional time will be given in that course of time. And yes, The whistles is about to go. Additional 3 minutes provided with that first half, a favorable time for them. And now they're just trying to showcase their skills. Again, that is a brilliant skill to show one up inside the D. Again, and a brilliant save this time by Shami Kumar, almost keeping his eye on the ball, nowhere else. And that's true, that point. And yes, seals the moment in the extra time as well, adding fifth to the one more and sixth. And that's Chandigarh side clueless within the first half. As in the first half, they have bombarded with 6 goals. How many more in the second half? That will be the question at this Junior Boys National Football Championship. And that's true, that point. Jersey number 11 with that pass, and then that's true to him. And that will be a call for the half time. Just keeping that eye up. And a brilliant save this time. Straight over his head. And yes, finally that whistle goes up, and they'll be surely very happy. The coaches, the team lineup from the Karnataka side dominated so well. Uh, Sugandhar M. Mani, Vishal Kumar, the head coach, Shankar Samprigiraj, the assistant coach. Really be happy by Dr. PC Roy Trophy 2026. Back will be back shortly within that half time. 6 goal from Karnataka side, and that will be a great waiting match. Looking to set back up. Us don't go anywhere else. We'll be back shortly in that half time. And that's Karnataka 76% possession, where Chandigarh 24%, 18% shots, and what do you thought? Zero shot and shot on target by Chandigarh, and 6 saves, 11 corners, and no corners coming from the Chandigarh side. One foul from Karnataka, one foul from the Chandigarh side, as the rest yellow card and red card followed nil, purely dominating one from the Karnataka side. As we'll be back shortly, followed by a break. Again, with that second half, both teams with that joy filled with energy and with that great joy coming back again after this break. And let's see what strategy both teams have applied to go through this match with that kick start away from boys in blue Chandigarh as they have planned a bit more in that break time. Both teams have gone through that kind of a training, that kind of momentum they wanted to gain back through, as that's a kind of a great way for both teams to just get through that point. As usually, that becomes typically a great timer for both teams with that time ticking off, especially with that conditions. And we see the conditions have been little changed, the weather been changing from that perspective, as we see the clouds hovering over the head, and it becomes a perfect condition for players to play in that weather. Absolutely, it looks even gorgeous this game when the clouds hover, a bit of drizzle starts, and you enjoy that game over the turf. It helps the players to get that pace on, and that's where the boys in red left it this one. The game with that six on the board, wanted to take the game from that angle and wanted to push it to 12 throughout the second half, and started dominantly with that brilliant pass. Jersey number 21, Shikam Nelson, the man, again passes to jersey number 2. With that cross and straight to the hands of Shami Kumar, the goalkeeper does it well as he just keeps his hand low and keeps it brilliant with that touch. And that's about the dominating way for him. And that's we have a look at that point, check things are going all right or not, and just imagining a bit more than actually as a teamwork they are just looking to get it back. And that's we see that team lining up in that way, checking that one up, and that's just keeping that rhythm up high, getting things in inside that way, looking to get back, but that hint for the Jenny Marora, the man, takes the ball up and lost the ball to jersey number 2 from the side, as we see a good movement coming back from his side. Omar Soif, the man with jersey number 2, and that's just trying to pull it hard. And the harder they do, the best they become. And yes, steals the moment in the first half as well. They've opened their account the first half as well, and that's why it looks impossible for the boys in blue to stop. This team is unstoppable. You see that goal coming up with that touch, with the great pass of Umar Soif, jersey number 2, dominating these moments, and then they've opened their way back in the second half as well. The second one coming up, and that's a bit great way to watch it up. And that's a majority of way they look to get it back inside the way, looking to build it again with that cross pass. Easy pass, but a good clearance in the end. Finally, they did it with some good sort of good passes back. That's where the pressure start building in when one team have a great passing coordination fully dominantly over this match, and that is a picture of the frame where they wanted to set things up. Again, you see that long range battling that one hard from right inside that way, and that was the goal. And I'm sure that this is one of the best goal of the match so far within that seven, and that has to be another one. But just going dripping away with that line, and finally they were able to save this time. Finally, the pressure was mounting on them as they have get it through that way with that brilliant chance again, and that's a big difference what it makes. And yes, Josie number 21 gets the ball through and then it takes it back. And again, back in that side, looks to set it back. And that's what perfectly been castled through that gap and just goes it through, allowing things to come up back inside that way. And that's where the pressure start building up with that hint. An opportunity again opens in the form of corner with that same hint. And that's again the opportunity opens in the form of corner with that tremendous corner coming up back in inside that way. And that's what it looks with that header again and absolutely pushes it back inside that net with the 8-1. And the majority of goals have come in the corners, I would say. As easy you like, just with that beautiful header inside the right position, and the goal comes up back. 8 on the board, lot of time left. Not sure how much goals will more be bombarded inside that way. Already 8 have been castled through the nets, and the same way the game goes, I'm sure 15 goals will be the scorecard in the end. Not less than that. With that cross and just going it away. And then with that cross, again inside that way, and just lost it away. Again with that header, and just wanted to kicks it away, lost the control, and then in the end just pushes it hard. And again, that's the way it passes back through to that point, and then back it to the game point where it started up. And just with that time ticking off, it's been a great way to watch them up. Fully dominating, fully controlled, commandable, no words for this team. The way they're leading up, Samruddha, Kalbu, Gaurav, Rohatapura, Pranav, Dhruv, Roshan Bhuvia, Sarthak, Omar Soif with this great team. And surely that's going to be a great way. Watching that one up inside that way and just losing that one up. And that's a way to watch it up inside that way. And a great way to watch it up inside that way. 57 minutes gone so far. No answer to this team inside that way for Chandigarh side. Where they're going wrong, what they're doing wrong, or what is the reason for being not being so much. Is the secondary team, is the other team the champion one, or this team not giving their 100%? That will be a big question going through their way. And that's what with the time ticking off. One team in red dominating so well, standing tall against that all the odds, making sure that they are the champion with that. The kind of the game they played looks like they are going to be one of the toughest team to compete with. The kind of gameplay they have today has been a great. No doubt about the captaincy, the captain leading the team in all the way up with all the best way. He has shown the team the great way to watch it up and looks to set back all the odds out, making sure that the team does it well, the team performs well, and a great team led by captain. Last 30 minutes of the play left, and what more we can see in this last 30 minutes, that will be a big question coming up back inside that way with that chance looking to create that one up. And that is what it just wanted to create, that one up back pass. Long passes also they've started to play with. Earlier they were playing with small passes, but now they're changing their rhythm from defensive attacking to the defensive point, just making sure that they pass at that time. That's all they wanted to go. Within these 30 minutes of play, they can experiment anyway with players, allowing them to play in their all the best position they are able to play. And that's what about a great teamwork, team lineup looks like. A good long run, jersey number with that good pass and the clearance and quick action. And that's with that time. And that's a cross header inside that way. And again with that twirling way, turning way up, back, inside that way up. And that's where they get it up back, back to that point, back to that possession. And yes, of course, dealing with that identity, with that change, and that it looks, whistle goes up. And that's what they wanted to planning in such a way that thing goes well, thing goes okay with that point, just with that great way things looks are perfect. And that looks great, and that's the time ticking off. One thing they are keeping in their mind. And that's with that time ticking off, just taking that action up. And that's a great watch it up back inside that way up. And again with that charge, with that hint, crossing that way up. Again looks to strikes it well and then passes it back. And again with that time, things changes up. Looks to get it away. All that way. It looks simple, easier with that chance. And that's all about that chance. 66 minutes. The play started up. Almost. It's been last 25 minutes of play left with one team striking hard. But now they've been in action. Chandigarh side. They have now been aware of the areas where they can put work hard on, where they can create the opportunity chance ahead, where they can set benchmark, where they can create a great touch, and that's where they can put things up inside that way. And that will be a great way to watch things up going inside that way, and looks to set it back in into that point, and that's where the point starts up back to back things, back to back timings, and that was a great way to watch it up. Again, rocket kick, but over his head. No answer to him, but still just a big of pace over his head and just keeping the ball over to his side. And that's a way they wanted to call it up back inside that way. And that looks comparatively great to watch him up, looking that one up dangerously inside that touch. And that's what it takes it down back inside that way up. And we see jersey number 15 coming in place of jersey number 9, and that's a substitute side from the side 8 replacing 7. Asrua Trungpai will be replaced by Edishan Chaudhary. Saklin Mullah with jersey number 15 will be coming up in the side of change, and that's the last 20 minutes to go. Striking hard, and one thing I've been great watching these young players, young boys especially. There'll be no injury coming up, no more call for that physiotherapist because majority of the matches we see, majorly a big fair play game. If they play that aggressive game, chances highly arises of physiotherapists. But we have the physiotherapist today for the site, who is Deepankar Yatin More, Deepankar Yatin More, and that's calling for that one up. And yes, the whistle goes. Get that ball, quickly pass it back, slides it deep inside that way, looks to pass it back, and then in the end kicks it away. And again with that hint of that great play, great pass, straight into his hands and then just moves it away. Again, that's going to be that pass. And that's where it takes it down, kicks it hard. Inside that way, inside that box. Pass is looking to get that one up. Last 18 minutes left with this frame. Just trying to go with that inch. Just trying to go with that form. Easy touch, and rewarded with that brilliant goal. Brilliant work in the end. And that was the moment he was looking to swindle it around. And yes, he does it. Ahmed Soy with that brilliant pass back to his teammate. And that's the brilliant touch. The cheekiest goal since the first it came, ninth one on the board. Six in the first half, third so far with the game left with 20 minutes of time hardly left. With 9 goals on the match, that's a good ball and a good way. Could not try to clear that one up. Somehow just looks to set it back. And again, that's again way back with that pass, easy right to left, just taking that ball up, and he just gets it away. Looks to set it back, and yes, that's a good way to call it up. And yes, we see that inside that box once again with that chance. Looks to set back, and yes, it goes away. Again with that pass, 22 minutes. Brilliant defense. Great work shown up here with that time. Straight into his hands and just kicks it away. And that's somewhere already been dislodged with the kind of performance. Chandigarh absolutely not happy, but this is not the end of the tournament, I would say. This is just something that as a game they can keep themselves ahead of the mistakes. They can come back working hard over those mistakes. If something they did wrong, they can come back up, making sure that they can come back with those mistakes. They can work hard and ensure that those mistakes which happened, they can fight it back, set things ahead, and they can ensure whatever happens, it happens for a good cause. And that's a quick way to pass it back. Again with that pass, cross with that hint, and then straight. Great work, Tom with that goal, with that brilliance and brilliant. Absolutely great. The 10th one on the board, and many more in the way waiting. With an absolutely great example of a great teamwork, Shubham Nelson with this brilliant goal this time, seizing this opportunity, working hard for that one up, and that's a kind of a work they wanted to check it up, let it go through with that way. And then with that time, last 10 minutes to go, and that's where they're waiting to plan up that moment, just looking to get going good with what's happening up inside that way, and that just looks to set that one up. Because with that time, things changes up. Things changing with that time. And that's almost they're looking to find the area where they can have themselves ahead, where they can find, and that's purely dominating in this beautiful weather and the beautiful perfect condition at this venue we have. Again, that sliding kick chance there, still the goalkeeper comes and grabs the ball back into his hands. And that's where absolutely he's got it, that perfection, he's got that thing up in his way. And he wanted to continue that same way with that same hint. Almost with that time to time when thing changes up, he's almostly been working for those condition and then in the end just checking that one up. Jersey number 30 with that way up, and that offside follows. And then again, that brilliant moment of brilliance, finding it way ahead, finding it hard to get him back inside that way, up. And again, that's looking to set that one up. Jersey number 7. Again, with that pass. Jersey number 30 with that way up, taking that high. And Runish Kumar, the man from jersey number 30, perfectly planning that one up, covering that region from all over the way and showing up whatever best they can show, coming back with whatever best they can come back with a time of 83 minutes gone. Last 7 minutes left, hardly what best we can see in this last 7 minutes. Can we see a great drama ahead with 11 goals on the board? And I was just mentioning about 12 goals was a target. It looks 6 in first half, 6, but here it seems more. And the ball given to that fall. Okay, long range kick with that free kick provided. Again, ball in control, inside, and the beauty goes with that brilliant. Look at that touch, dimensional one, perfectly marginalized and inside that box with the accuracy 110%. And they've got 12. Still left with 7 minutes of the play, including that extra time. And what more they can add in this last 7 minutes. Just want to check that one up. And that's where it started up. That's where it ends up well. This is going to be a great chronicle way of watching that one up inside that way. Looks to get that moment up and a moment of brilliance and a moment of great command, great change. Looks to set back things inside that way as it looks a great touch with that way. Castled it away inside that box. Looks to set case. Tremendous one inside. Jersey number 6 with that brilliant touch of go, and then in the end just disappears from that angle and kicks it away. Just at the moment, trying to convert that kick inside and penalty. That's what they all wanted out, and especially everything going in favor of Karnataka side. With everything they're trying, it seems touching into goal last 3 minutes of the match, and not sure of how much additional time will be provided. Approximately 2 or 3 minutes more will be played on for the extra time. But as the game looks completely in control for this team, absolutely great command, great touch, getting things in the best way, what they can do up, what they can match up with. And that's with that time, with that point, looks to check that one up with that cross and just gets it over. And that's inside that way, looks to check that one up, and they wanted to steal back that moment inside that way up. Long way inside, but he does it well to stop it back. And last 70 minutes of the game to the 90 minutes conversion end. And that's where it ends it up. Does it well off the season, on the season. And that's with that time. Additional 3 minutes provided out of that 90 minutes of play. And again, start off back with that hint. Trying to squeeze that momentum, but no one was there in the end. And that's all they wanted to check it up. Looks to see it back. And with that time, things have changed a lot. More than what actually it looks, things perfectly aligned to the conditions for the team, I would say is the one. Carnatic side, almost getting things better and better with that time. And just with that 12 goals, just wanted to prove this one more goal and adding this contest to a 13 goal lead. But now they're not in that position to score a goal. Just wanted to play that game as a natural game and just play with that easy mood, not in a hurry, not in a tension, just in that freaky mind. The last 20 seconds, 30 seconds to go with that hooter coming up on that way. And that's with that time just ticking off, last 20 seconds to go with that way, just looking to sound that one up. Last 10 seconds, that's what more they can come up with. Hardly with that time. And the final whistle goes with a famous win they've registered in the second match. Full time, we have Karnataka 12 and Chandigarh nil. That's the score line. And just what it looks from that side. And that's the beauty of the game. And yes, with that time, we see that things shaping up. And yes, in the full time, we have Karnataka 79% possession, 21% to Chandigarh, 31 shots and nil, 19 shots and nil to Chandigarh, 0 saves and 7 saves from Chandigarh, 14 corners from Karnataka, 0 corners from Chandigarh, 5 fouls and 5 fouls, no yellow cards, no red card. That's been, and that's at the full time we have.